Hi everyone, welcome back to my Peach Angel Tarot Shop. I'm here to do my full moon reading for love, romance, and partnership with messages from Archangel Michael for the full moon. I do believe this is a full moon in Aquarius for August 18th full moon. So we're going to dive in and see what's coming for everyone with this full moon message. I'm being guided to use this deck as the divination of the ancients, and we used it for last full moon, and I'm being guided to use it again. So we're going to see what comes up for everyone in regards to the messages with this, and then I will be using my Dame Darcy's beautiful deck for the remainder of the messages. So we're going to see what is coming up for this full moon, connecting to Archangel Michael. Wow, it fell out straight away, and oh my gosh. I do believe this was our first opening message last month, and it is Fortune Cookie. And last month we pulled two, so I'm gonna pull two. Now this one I'm seeing smileys on the. You can see. I had not noticed it before. You can see the little smiley faces on the Fortune Cookies, and they're in the front of and the back of the little saying, of the little affirmation. So I see a lot of happiness coming in the future. The same messages and relevant. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to pull another one, because I do remember we had two last month, and so I want to kind of follow suit. I felt guided to kind of follow suit. Oh my gosh, I opened a page, and I'm not kidding, I don't have these marked. I did that with the love reading the other day. I just opened to the same card that I pulled. So spirits really have a way about themselves here, and we have a question mark on here, so I feel that, answers, things that I feel a bit of a few things. I feel that there's still some question marks as to how the future is going to play out in regards to the energies for love and romance, partnerships, spiritual catalyst relationships, however it's coming to you. I don't like to get too deep into that because, that's a whole other thing, but definitely, we see a bit of question mark up there, so things, not the unknown a bit coming up here for sure with the question marks, but I also feel some happiness because I was really guided to the smiley. So let's just read the book, and I know we could go back to last month and see it, but it says, something that has been hidden from you is now ready to be revealed, and it's rather wonderful. Good fortune is yours for the taking. Be on the lookout for the unexpected. Synchronicity is key. This is your moment, so don't be shy to show your achievements to the world. Be proud of your success and release any worries about what others may think. You could be their inspiration. This message marks a good omen for all involved, so enjoy every moment. So it's that smiley energy, knowing you are totally blessed and will continue to be so as you put your all into everything you do. And the incantation is fortune. Fortune comes in a disguise, so look about with lucky eyes. A rare occurrence, strangers speak, points towards a lucky streak. So it's like maybe even overhearing something coming up. Signs and omens are kind of coming up with that. It's another divinationary meanings are a surprise is on its way. A big win is at your fingertips. You have the Midas touch right now. A chance meeting answers your questions. A great offer will be made. Notice synchronistic occurrences. Help is at hand. This is your lucky break. And it says in the 13th and 14th centuries, still popular moon cakes, forerunner for today's fortune cookies, include messages by Ming revolutionaries meant to prompt the revolution into defeat by the Mongols. Today, after eating in a Chinese restaurant, we look forward to reading the messages in the cookies and learning what our fortunes will be. I'm guided to the 13th and 14th, so we're not there yet. I think today's the 12th. Let me see. I think today is the 12th or the 11th. Today's the 13th, so today and tomorrow could be important, because I'm recording this on the 13th. It could be important because it's saying the 13th and the 14th centuries, but I was guided to the days, and we are on that right now. So today and tomorrow could be very important. Even though we're looking for the full moon message, which is coming up on the 18th, I feel that could be a message for some. I'm going to pull another one just to see what comes up for everyone for this month. I'm going to follow suit. I'm going to do two. I think two just came out in the last month, and there it is already. Doing what it does. And we have I Ching, change. So there is a change coming by, or coming up soon. And for some reason, I'm drawn to the names on the cards too. Richard, John, and Lynn. Not sure why. It could be important for some. So, I change. Okay. So it may be difficult to embrace new beginnings, but it is the only way to move forward. You are being urged to turn things around and shake them up a little. Change is the key to bringing about new opportunities, but resisting change will block those opportunities that might create hurdles that hinder the flow. You may have to change yourself to make room for the new to enter, but as you do, you will find long dormant wisdom and knowledge emerging, creating one of the deepest transformations of all. You may also see the need to address those who hold you back or bring you down. You can do this in a kind and loving way, but be assertive as you set your boundaries. The incantation is, it seems that changes have unfurled as I embrace a whole new world. I sweep away the old within so my future can come in. So beautiful. And it is the divinationary meanings that the situation you are inquiring about will bring great change for the better. Time to change your ways. A deep and ancient knowledge is surfacing and changing the way you view yourself in the world. Allow someone else to change. So don't be fixed on the, because you always hear people say, well, no one can change, people never change. But it's saying allow someone else to change, and that kind of stuck out as well. People do change, and we always have to hold space and for those energies for them. So it's the I Ching revealed as the ancient tradition is a conversation between countless generations of questioners over thousands of years, which is interesting because we have that question mark and all these question marks. So dating back to the 8th century BC, this is the oldest book of wisdom. Because of the widespread recognition of the great value, this text was not burnt in the turbulent times of China. Today, it provides a response to our deepest challenges in changing times. So this is a way for questioners to find an answer, and there is change coming in regards to questions in the future. So things may unfold in a different way than you expected, but to be open to allowing that is going to be important. And I love the incantation, and I want to read it again for some reason. It says, it seems that changes have unfurled as I embrace a whole new world. I sweep away the old within so my future can come in. So there's going to be a cleansing of energies and a whole new. I think for some that there's things are going to unfold in a way you hadn't anticipated, but it is going to be in a good way. It's better than maybe you had even anticipated unfolding for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the reading with the Dame Darcy deck. And I love this deck. So we're going to ask Spirit, we're going to ask Archangel Michael what else he wants everyone to know for this ushering in of energy through the full moon, August 18. And we've just entered the 8-8 energies and past that. So a lot of powerful energies around. So I'm focusing on him and the messages, connecting with Archangel Michael, asking what he wants everyone to know for this full moon. And that one fell out, so I'm going to, wow, I love it, Queen of Cups. And I love the Queen of Cups because this card in this deck to me always, of course, gives me the energy of Goddess Yemaya, the ocean, the emotions. So a lot of emotion coming up, a lot of the divine feminine energies being affected through the upcoming full moon time. And the moon is the feminine energies and a lot of connection to emotion and sensitivity. So it's definitely relevant there in this message for everyone. And focusing on the full moon and his message for August 18th full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is the water bearer. So what he wants everyone to know in this moment is the King of Wands. And this card to me represents the masculine twin flame and those that find themselves in twin flame relationships. If that doesn't pertain to you, just let that. But it's definitely representing that masculine. And you can see by the visual the darkness coming, the darkness is dissipating and they're coming more into the light. There's still one eye covered with the darkness, but one is, revealed into the light here. So it's about coming out of that shadow and more into a light and alignment. So there's more in the light in this moment for them than in the darkness. So I feel a lot of awakening. But there's definitely about seeing. I'm really drawn to the eye. It can be seeing their perspective, seeing a point of view that they may have, really seeing something in regards to them. It can be that some are going to be seeing them as a result of this full moon in August and moving forward. But this is definitely a lot about that masculine and the divine masculine is coming up here. And since the Queen of Wands came out and we saw that feminine energies that's connected to the full moon, we have, again, the masculine and feminine energies kind of coming up here in the same reading. And so when that occurs, I feel a balance or a rebalancing occurring. And of course we have that 8 vibration and we have that infinite connection and balance. So I definitely feel that is also another message here. Something he can see high above, you can't see down here, and it is the world. So a beautiful completion coming up. The world represents completion. It also represents expansion and bigger energies. Sort of like what the I Ching was saying in regards to things unfolding in a, releasing the old to let in something new. But I also felt the sense of things kind of unfolding in a way that you had not anticipated, but in a bigger way, a greater expansion of self. So we definitely see that energies coming up here in something he can see high above you. You can't see down here. You're not realizing that there is a completion in wholeness coming forward, but in a much vaster and more expanded way. In combination, I'm getting also a message of the masculine traveling or doing something on a large scale, or their perspective expanding as well. I feel a bit of both, and I feel for some this is all about world travel too. So there's something coming up here about travel for some of the masculine energies. The next one is something to do for yourself through this full moon, and we have the Hanged Man, but it was in reverse. I don't do reversal, so to speak, but it was in reverse. So this is all about seeing things in a different perspective. I kind of felt the energies of let yourself off the hook, kind of, or utilize that position that you're in for some reason. I'm not sure how it's going to pertain to some, but I did feel it held some significance because it came up in that position. Sometimes I feel it, sometimes I don't. But this is about seeing things from a different perspective. I feel a sense of utilizing your time of waiting and for something for yourself, or utilizing it with optimizing your time. Is the feeling that's coming up here. It's like not just hang around, don't waste time, utilize it. Take advantage of the position you're in or that waiting period. It's also about seeing things from a different perspective, and it can also be about sacrifice. So everyone's just going to come in a little bit of a different way, but these are all the things and suggestions to do for yourself through this upcoming full moon. The next one is Secret You Do Not Know, coming forward for the full moon. We have Queen of Pentacles. So again, we see the masculine and the feminine, although we're seeing the wand and the pentacle elements coming up here. So I do feel this represents the masculine twin flame, and this also represents the feminine, but different energies affecting each. So I feel that there's a lot of energy in expansion going on around the masculine, and they're expanding their views. They're coming out of like the dark more into the lightness in regards to it. For the feminine, I feel this is all about, there's a lot of energies going on with business, with finances, with security, their sense of self-worth, and for, like I said, for a lot, this has got to do with spiritually based businesses, coming more into finances. All these things are really what's occurring, or what's going to be occurring for a lot on the journey. After this 8-8, which is representative of abundance, I feel it's really coming into more of that lead role of the journey and the purpose, so to speak. And for a lot, that is a spiritually based business, and obtaining more abundance. But not just for the business, not just financially, but for self, really coming into self-confidence, really taking charge of their lives and their business. And their finances, and all these energies kind of coming into play more on, not that they're not in the spiritual element, but they're really focused on the 3D, and creating something in their 3D world and reality. And I feel the masculine's kind of, their energies are kind of wrapped up because he's looking towards the world. he's looking towards expansion, seeing more of what's possible, seeing a broader perspective and more than he has in the past, and he's coming more into that direction. That for the feminine, I feel they're more focused on business, career, stability, creating a business or creating something that's in regards to their journey, and really putting a lot of energy into that. So this is what's going to be, we're looking at the 8th full moon vibration and what it's going to bring into effect. So you're going to be finding that as you move past and through that full moon, that occurring more. So what's coming up soon in regards to it? Interesting, we have the 8 of Wands. So 8 of Wands is all kind of energies of, to me it's about having, these are all oars in a row. For me it's sort of like having your ducks in a row. So I feel that that comes into play of what to do for yourself. You know, as the energies are maybe not moving or not perceiving to be moving for you with the Hangman energies, you know, making the best of that, if that even means needing to sacrifice, you know, allowing that time to sacrifice things that aren't serving you, whether they be people, places, or experiences, or your thoughts, going ahead and doing that, but utilizing the time and that standstill to the best, optimal. And what's going to be coming then is having your ducks in a row, so to speak, having all the oars in a row, and being able to, with all those in a row and all of them going in the right direction and at the same time with the same momentum, you're going to really be able to move more. You're going to be able to see the energies move more, and you're going to have more power moving forward. And I love how this is the 8 vibration again, because we are looking at this 8 full moons, and it had been being shown to me as the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles, but now we're seeing the 8 of Wands as we finally reached our 8 full moon, and we're leaving that energy and we're moving forward. And these are in the water, so this is all about moving forward in this next phase, this next upcoming phase. And I'm not sure where we're headed exactly. I haven't gotten that guidance yet, see where we're moving, but I definitely feel we're moving forward with more emotion, being more in touch with our emotion, having more momentum in regards to moving forward with emotion. So you're going to find that this 8-8 brings that up within yourself, brings that up within your partner, your divine partner. And just remember that, yeah, there is a divine partner, there is an other, but they're telling me to your for self. So really looking at that from within yourself, because as it comes from within you, it's mirrored back to you. So really looking at that and putting all that energy in motion, emotionally for you, in motion emotionally, as they're saying, for yourself. So that's kind of interesting how that's coming up. So we see a lot of change coming up in regards to the questions unanswered, maybe unfolding a bit differently than you anticipated. But I was really drawn to the smileys on these, so I definitely feel a lot of happiness coming forward. And the energies being kind of surrounded with a lot of happiness and joy, which, if you know, like I say, if there's no joy in the journey, there's no point in the journey. So do remember that. Keep fun, keep happiness, keep joy in your journey, because that's what it's all about. And you're able to share more. You have more energy to move in that direction. So I love how this full moon has come out. If you have any comments, you're always free to comment below. If you want to send me an email. And I want to thank everybody that is a new subscriber. And I want to thank everyone for liking and sharing my videos. And I'm sending everyone angel blessings and happy full moon. Hugs.